I studied theater, never like in higher education, but I studied it from like the age of like 8 or 9 through 18 or 19. I went to the Theater Aquarius Performing Arts program in Hamilton and was deep into it. I directed shows in high school and all kinds of stuff. Did the Sears Festival, directed a show in the Sears Festival, and was super into it.
And what made you choose music over theater?
I guess just like looking at the landscape and realizing like anytime I want to do a theater production, I've got to pull together like, you know, maybe as many as 20 people to be involved in it and probably work for free and be dedicated and be committed and have to rely on so many different people. And I realized in music, I can write, produce, and star in the show and do a one-man show without it being sort of like a contrived theater thing. Not that there aren't good one-man shows.
Through the rain and snow, long have I watched you grow.
And it really is a one-man show watching you perform. Like, it's so incredibly theatrical.
Thanks.
How conscious are you of planning that before you get out on stage?
Well, I think at this point, I'm not really planning out the elements of my own performance. And now that I have the ability to, like, gather some great musicians around me. I mean, the nice thing, I love playing with a band. I sometimes will tour solo, and that's the great thing about music, is that I can sort of drop the rest of the show, make some little adjustments, and then just hit the road hard. Mm-hmm. But playing with the rest of the band, we rehearse a lot, and we have, you know, lots of little elements are rehearsed and over-rehearsed, but often we don't perform with a set list, and I don't really know what I'm going to say ever in a given night. I try not to repeat the same banter, the same jokes, which means that some nights it's like spectacularly bad, but or like in my own head it's spectacularly bad, and some nights I just really hit it and it flows. But I think that lack of a safety net of just improvising in front of an audience, all of the unrehearsed bits, really opens up beautiful possibilities of live, free moments with an audience.
Darling, how can you be sure? How can you know what we are?
What kind of music did you grow up on?
All kinds of stuff. I mean, my earliest memories, my parents weren't super into music, but they had 2 CDs that I can recall. One was a Ray Charles album, and that song Hit the Road Jack, favorite tune. And then Castle on a Cloud from Les Mis. Loved that song. I was 8 years old, so I had like a nice little girl voice, so it was perfect. And then, you know, my brothers, I had 3 older brothers, and so from them I got to hear stuff like Pink Floyd and the Grateful Dead and Fish, real stereotypical hippie stuff. And then from there I moved on into Bob Dylan, the musical Hair. I remember that like totally blowing my mind, and I wanted to try to score some weed, but I didn't know where to because I was like 12. It seemed so cool in the musical.
It did seem cool, so you just grew hair instead.
I grew hair instead. Wow, I never thought about that, but that might have been the LP was like a changing moment for me.
Maybe.
And then like stuff like Bob Dylan and what's his name? Paul Simon.
Yeah.
I think Paul Simon is an incredible songcrafter. The way that he plays with different musicalities, different sounds, and fuses them together.
What song are you most looking forward to playing tonight?
Well, I'm stoked to play Uptown Funk.
Don't believe me, just watch. Come on! Don't believe me, just watch.
You know, chatting with Chris, you know, for him it's sort of like a little bit out of left field. For me, I've kind of always fantasized about being able to front a band like that. But I think maybe even more than that, I'm excited about playing my tune Under Control. It's a song that I've been working on, like fine-tuning it for quite a while now. And I got to collaborate with this guy named Michael Winograd, who's a clarinetist and arranger based in New York City. And I got him to write me some like weird little klezmer-y bits that we then like cracked the song open and sewed them into it. And you know, tonight we're going to be playing it with the melodica and violin for the first time, and hearing those instruments blend over these weird snaky melodies. It's exciting to perform it.
What's the most fun thing for you right now at this point in your career? What's fun?
Being on a stage. I still come from that theater background. You know, I love music. I love hearing the sounds. I love working with these great musicians. But just like having an audience in the room and feeling that energy and trying to create something with... It's not about just creating something with the notes. It's about crafting something with the energy of the room. And so rehearsal is great, and I get off on the music. But there's nothing like getting off on the energy of all these people hearing the music and experiencing that energy. Can't wait for that.
Hey, I'm Tom Power. Thanks so much for watching our video. I do want to let you know that you can watch one video there, watch another video right there. You can subscribe by clicking that button and leave a comment down below. We'll see you later.